Deck check! Welcome to Deck Check, the first and only unscripted, unsupervised, unhinged 10-man testing ripoff, and today we have another wonderful, wonderful Patreon requested deck check for you. Every month, my patrons gather together to vote on a deck for me to check, and somehow the same guy wins every single time because he just picks a deck that sounds the most outrageous and interesting, and then we play it and it pisses me off. This is RB Rescue Ace. This is a list that comes from TCG Nistro. If you're unfamiliar, RB is the new TCG exclusive archetype. That's right, it is a Wave 2 merchant, and we are on Wave 1. RB's current problem is that it doesn't really have any main deck monsters that do anything, but the main way to really start the combo is just by making the Link 2, which is generic to machines, so any machine deck can kind of pivot into an RB engine, and we've decided that the best way to do that is apparently with Rescue Ace, because they can summon Hydrant and Turbulence and then link those into Volcan Booster. Volcan Booster immediately gets you into Brute Blues, and it can do it in such a way that you have both the spell Trap Negate and the Pop, which isn't nothing. It is 2 added interruptions, but just going through the material on board that you're already generating with Rescue Ace. Rescue Ace has kind of suffered a bit from the loss of original Sinful Spoils Snake Eye. It was already not a super consistent deck, and now the number of starters has dwindled a bit. We do have 3 Airlifter back. That's kind of a consolation, but as someone who played Rescue Ace a lot, got my first ever invite with it, I can tell you that no deck can find a hand of 5 cards you thought were good that don't do anything like Rescue Ace can. So my opinion, just going into this before we really start checking it out, is I don't think that RB is really fixing Rescue Ace. It's perhaps a tiny bit of ceiling slop. I don't want to make any major determination yet, but I think it is just more ceiling for the sake of it. Whereas the consistency issue is only kind of exacerbated by playing all the RB cards. I just noticed 1 Fua, 2 Perulia. I will not be adjusting any of the ratios suggested in the video. I don't know why they were. I'm not sure why they were suggested, but I will not be changing them. That's not my job. So let's get into it and see if there is anything we can accomplish with a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I actually forgot existed. I'm being serious right now. I played this deck for a year and I forgot that it existed. What I like about freestyling until I piss off my girlfriend is that you think it's just gonna be like a rehash of freestyling until I say something gay, but no, it's different. He actually gets through a decent amount of it. I'm deciding which one of these I want to do first. This I guess can bait the Ash. Okay, so no Ash in hand. Here we can get Cutter, because Cutter will protect us from, Imperm. Normal Naganaki. Have you ever freestyled? No, I don't know if you've noticed. I'm not very good at saying sentences, so imagine I also try to speak in rhymes and stuff. That wouldn't go very well at all. I think here we get Turbulence, because we already have Preventer in hand. Now we can make these 2 to booster. Bam, bam. Get fucked, Doc. And now we're gonna go fuck Doc, get Stage Landing, because here's the other thing about Stage Landing, is that it is not once per turn. So we can use it to get we can use it to get the other one. Now, here's the one annoying part is that we do have to get the Hydrant off board. Because we need a second Rescue Ace in Grave. So I think we're just going to make a second Brute Blues. Which will then pump this up to a fucking ridiculous amount of attack points. Turbulence. Go. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because now on our opponent's turn, we're going to go Emergency Summon Preventer, Tribute the Preventer, get back Hydrant, and then we have a Preventer in Grave to Reborn with Rescue. You can just do that immediately. Play around like Talent. Preventer, Summon Hydrant. We don't have space to rescue yet, but we will because these both kill themselves. Terraforming. Alright, let's see where that goes. ǝɔＲǝᴜᴜ. Man, it's 2025. Get a job. Oh my god. We could just negate the ǝɔРǝᴜᴜ. Keep them off of, like, Sharon. Don't Funk Dock yet, because we want a space open. Nightmare Throne. Alright. Is this just tier with, like, the U-Bell engine for the Phantom? Like, I could see that. Can we spot this guy $5? Here, you know what, man? Here. For you. Get yourself something nice. Get yourself a hot meal and... Get yourself a hot meal and a copy of Murakumo. On me. There's not really a way we can stop them from making the fusion. We could contain it. We could contain it. But that would, like, run the risk of them having, like, a second 0/0 Fiend. I think we just let them do it and then we, like, kill the fusion when it hits the board. Yeah, let's just... We could preemptively imperm. Probably the smartest idea. King Sark. Alright. The remainder of our interaction is monster interaction, so... Oh, it's Gem Knight. Okay, so it's... we're looking at Gem Knight, Tearlament, U-Bell, Horus. Gith. Gem Knight, U-Bell... Anyway. Nepyrum activated. Summon it. And then they get to use Tear Cash. Just Veiler it. Mill 3. They hit Havnus. They hit the fucking... They hit the second tower. If they fuse with the Napirum... No, yeah, then I'm like, maybe we should have contained. Like, I'm thinking now, like, we should have contained the Napirum so that they couldn't fuse with it. I also think maybe we should extinguish... Nah, because we can sort of play around that. Judgment Dragon. We have Judgment Dragon in this deck. What are we doing? I feel like I should flip down the Amethyst so that they can't link it off. Like, that's what I'm afraid of right now, is that they do actually have an out to both of these at once. So I want to just take it out of commission before they can, like, really do something with it. Zombie Vampire. Cannot be targeted by monster effects. I did forget that. That's fine, though, because we're just going to extinguish it. Okay. No, yeah. So we did... you may have noticed we had quite a bit of ceiling on that play. So even with all that engine... Even with all those very many, all the engine of those very many different engines, they couldn't get through it. Alright, we have Ash Veiler. The old classic. Fuck. Stop it. Fuck. I don't want to know what that is. Okay, we have drawn way too much RB shit. That's fine. Alright, here's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna summon Cutter. So that then, once Brute Blues hits the board, we can negate whatever these back row are. Kiri, sure. That's like Wabaku. I don't care. I think we just get Driller. And they... any battle damage you take is halved. Alright, it's not a Light Fiend. If it's a Light Fiend, then we can't really do anything. Fuck. It's a Dark Fiend. So this is the TCG exclusive that, like, does the fusion thing. I've been meaning to look into, like, the Fiend fusion thing. The Dawn's Light cards. Because it's pretty much just like... it's sort of like Miracle Fusion for this thing that's gotten all of this fusion support already. And I guess we can pop the remaining back row. Yeah, let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of them, and then we can just negate the fusion spell when it, like, does it have to kill itself? Let's let it through. Yeah. Yeah, let's get the other Cutter from deck. because here's what's gonna happen, is that these were both Unchained traps, and I just got owned. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Maybe I should have thought about that. Maybe I should have thought about the fact that this is, like, the deck that uses these cards is pretty much just Unchained. Maybe I should have thought about that before I started popping back row, just for like the fuck of it. Yeah, we could, like, kill it. Protect it with Stage Landing. Could have been a BA, though. It could have been BA. That's true. So now they can try to use the fusion spell. We just negate it. Whatever they put on board, we pop. If it's an Unchained, then we... Alright, alright. That's one way to do it. Fuck you, Spider-Man, and the horse you rode in on. And they do get Chamber. We can just negate it when they try to use it. Now you may think, alright, we get the field spell back. We do have one more. And now we get this thing. It is a mandatory search. So if we didn't have one more, then we just couldn't activate it. I could make like a slightly bigger Link monster. Nah, I think we just go to battle here. Yeah. Fuck. Well, it looks like we're eating our way out of another one. Got double Loubob, or double Imperm. We Imperm the Loubob. Hopefully they have double Loubob because the second one doesn't do anything. That would be very nice for me. Man, fuck you. Okay. No, we're owned. No, yeah, we're just owned now. We're just screwed like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so we didn't fuse off the Loubob. We don't need it to resolve. Sure. I didn't think you would chain it there unless you wanted to resolve the Loubob. Like, yeah, this isn't really gonna do anything. Like... No, because it loses to Imperm, and then we don't have this on board to link off. Something I've noticed is that we run out of RB names extremely quickly. Yeah, so the thing about that, of course, is that it's not like we want to play more of them, because they're not very good to draw. They don't really do anything of their own accord. So then you kind of have to, like, end the game pretty quickly, because they're, like, you can run through multiple of them. But, like once you get, like, far enough down the conga line, it's like, well, now our guy doesn't really do anything anymore. Now, like, all his spell negates and pops have run out. Like, then at that point, I think you would just have to go, like... What am I thinking of? At that point, you would just have to go, like, make Brute Blues into another Vulcan booster, Vulcan reborn one of the guys, make Brute Blues, and now he's pointing to a guy again. Get Cutter. Special summon. Special summon. Thank fuck we have Gizmek. I'm always saying this. And now we get over this thing. Get over you. And like swing. And swing. Alright. You think we got this one? I think we got this one in the bag. Opening. Folks, they're shooting branded ropes. What the fuck am I talking about? Let's just get into the outro. Well, I mean, we certainly did the thing a bunch of times. I don't know, that just went pretty well. What I will say is I think it's kind of interesting that, like, just normal summon Hydrant on its own can kind of do, like, a decent play if you're on, like, Vulcan booster to make with it. Because before, normal summon Hydrant didn't really get you all the way there because you couldn't get Turbulence in hand and then 2 Rescue Aces engraved. Now you can do like the play where you search Preventer, make Clockwork, and then link it off with Preventer to make Vulcan. So you can at least end on like the RB board off of Rescue Ace Engine. So I think maybe in a way you could say that kind of addresses the consistency issue. It makes This card that's integral to every line, but wasn't really a starter until now, into an actual starter for a decent enough play. It is a bit of a half board though. That's the thing, is like the RB board is just 2 interruptions. It looks cool, but it's fairly small if that's all you're ending on. That's, I guess, why we're still trying to resolve Turbulence to get like that huge back row, and then also now have these guys in the front row that do more. I don't know if this is necessarily the best engine to put RB in, but I do like the idea. I think it's definitely cute. Put them attack defense together, the 5th hole. I think that's what we should end on. I think we should end the video with the 5th hole. Let me just eat my pasta for the entire remainder of the time I would have spent talking about nothing in the outro.